Hey, welcome back. If you're here, chances are you've tried the motivation thing before. You watched a video, you felt fired up for about 20 minutes, and then life happened and that fire disappeared. Today I want to show you something different, not another dose of motivation, but an actual system, one that works even on the days you feel absolutely nothing. Let's start with the truth. Nobody tells you. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions by definition are unreliable. They show up when they want, and they leave when they want. If you're building your entire life around waiting to feel motivated, you are building your future on the least stable foundation available to you. That's not pessimism, that's just how emotions work. They're not designed to be consistent. Discipline is different. Discipline isn't a feeling, it's a decision you make in advance, so you don't have to negotiate with yourself every single day. The people who seem incredibly disciplined aren't secretly more motivated than you. They've just removed the daily negotiation. They decided once, and now they simply execute. So how do you actually build that? I want to walk you through 3 pillars, not theory, an actual system you can start using today. Pillar number 1, environment design. Willpower is the most overrated resource in self-improvement. If your phone is next to your bed, you will check it. If junk food is in the house, you will eat it eventually. Not because you're weak, but because humans take the path of least resistance. So instead of fighting yourself every day, design your environment so the right choice is the easy choice. Put your gym clothes next to your bed the night before. Delete the app instead of promising yourself you'll use it less. Remove the decision entirely, and you remove the daily battle. Pillar number 2, identity-based habits. Most people set goals like, I want to lose weight or I want to save money. But goals are outcomes, and outcomes don't drive daily behavior. Identity does. Instead of focusing on the goal, focus on becoming the type of person who naturally gets that result. Don't just say, I want to be fit. Start telling yourself, I'm someone who trains no matter how I feel about it. Every time you follow through, you're not just checking a box, you're casting a vote for the identity you're building. Small actions repeated daily are how identity actually gets built, not by one big dramatic decision, but by hundreds of small boring votes over time. Pillar number 3, the 2-minute rule. This is the single most practical tool for beating procrastination. Whenever a task feels too big to start, shrink it down until it takes 2 minutes or less. Don't say, I'm going to write a whole report. Say, I'm going to open the document and write 1 sentence. Don't say, I'm going to work out for an hour. Say, I'm going to put on my shoes and walk out the door. The goal isn't to trick yourself, it's to make starting so easy that resistance has nothing to grab onto. Once you start, momentum usually carries you further than you expected. Now, here's the part almost nobody talks about. What do you do on the days you genuinely feel nothing? Because those days will come, no system prevents that completely. On those days, you don't need a perfect performance. You need what I call the minimum viable action. If your normal workout is an hour, and today you truly have nothing left, do 5 minutes. Not because 5 minutes will transform your body, but because showing up, even minimally, protects the identity you're building. It keeps the streak alive in your mind. Missing completely breaks the pattern. Showing up small preserves it. There's a real difference between a bad day and a broken system, and the minimum viable action is what separates the two. Let me give you a real example of what this looks like put together. Someone wakes up, and their gym clothes are already laid out by the door. Environment design, no decision required. They put them on and tell themselves, I'm someone who shows up, not, I hope I feel like training today. Identity over mood. If they're dragging, they commit to just 5 minutes, telling themselves that they can stop after that if they truly need to. The 2-minute rule in action. And almost every single time, once they're moving, they keep going far past those 5 minutes. That's not motivation. That's a system, running exactly as designed, regardless of how they felt walking in the door. I want to be honest with you about something else. Discipline built this way doesn't feel dramatic. It doesn't feel like the highlight reel you see online. Most days it feels boring, repetitive, almost invisible. But that invisibility is exactly the point. The people who achieve the most aren't running on constant high energy. They're running on systems that don't require energy to function. That's the real difference between people who talk about change and people who actually become different. So here's what I want you to take from this video. Stop waiting to feel ready, because that feeling was never coming on a reliable schedule anyway. Design your environment so the right choice becomes the easy choice. Build your identity through small repeated actions instead of one dramatic decision. And on the days you feel nothing, don't aim for perfect. Aim for the minimum viable action that keeps you in the game. If this gave you something to actually use, not just something to feel for 20 minutes, subscribe for more of this. And tell me in the comments, which of these 3 pillars are you weakest in right now? Environment, identity, or starting small? Let's talk about it down there.